What's up, everybody? This is Anthony Goslin and Christian Dean for PWB Sports. It's the NBA basketball season. It's back. We have survived the summer of WNBA and other crappy subpar sports. It's back. Back. We got KD in the house. We got Kobe in the house. We got Steph Curry in the house. We got Christian Dean in the house, and got me in the house. We're talking about the NBA season, picking our champions, picking our NBA finals today before they even roll a ball out. Me and my homie over on the other side. What's up, Chi-Town Killer?
What's going on, Anthony? What up, people? This is Pushing Wild Black here.
We're going to pick our NBA finals and our champions today.
There it is. What up, everybody? This is Pushing Wild Black here. And I had to get my boy Anthony on the phone to do this sports. I told y'all with my return vid that we were going to I was going to turn this channel into disability rights and / sports. So this is my first sports vid since I started redoing this. So yeah, today actually is opening day of the NBA. So Anthony is one of the few people that I can talk basketball with sensibly. So we're about to get it going. This is our preview kind of test broadcast, so to speak, just to see what his thoughts are about the upcoming season. So what's going on, bro?
Not much. All I have to say is OKC has an inside presence now. The league might be in trouble.
And what's your feelings about the coach, man? Because you've had a...
You know what? This is going to sound funny. I have not seen OKC play in the preseason, but they said that one thing that Billy Donovan has done is told Russell Westbrook he needs to distribute the ball to KD, a little bit more, just on the basis of analytics.
You know what that means? That means Russell Westbrook is not going to be in OKC for a very long time now. Because...
Well, don't necessarily think that. He's the spark plug, in the first and second quarters. But in the third and fourth, you need that closer, that Mariano Rivera, that man that puts him to sleep, where dreams come to die. You know what I mean?
Wow. Man, well, I'm hoping that everybody stays healthy because that's one of the front runners to me to win the West.
So you think that they can beat the Clippers and Golden State?
I don't think the Clippers are real. I don't. I never thought the Clippers were real.
Explain what you mean.
Okay.
Because I have a cousin out there in Clipperland, and he says he has similar views, but because I don't want to, put his views out without him necessarily knowing, I really don't. I just, you know what? The Clippers are a pretty girl that you just don't necessarily want to date. If you could, get to that magic moment with her.
So basically, the Clippers are your one. So basically, the Clippers are your one night stand.
Yeah. I don't care too much about it, and I'm sorry. We're keeping this PG for the season.
Right. Just no profanity for the moment. Just kind of keep it. Yeah. But yeah, man. The reason that I don't think the Clippers are real is they don't guard anybody, and everybody wants to get that utility forward and stuff, and their bench is better, but guard people.
Speaking of not guarding anybody, what's up with you and your bullies, man? I heard they're gonna play.
And that's why glad you mentioned that. And that's why the Bulls are not going to win a championship, because as awesome as I think, as much of a Bulls fan as I am, they I saw the preseason game against the Mavericks, and although I like the Mavericks and how they look, the Bulls are a better team than the Mavericks, and it was basically a buzzer beater by Doug McDermott that won that game. So we've been for years watching defensive specialists.
So is Doug McDermott gonna get much time, or?
Oh yeah, Doug McDermott is gonna be one of the first guys off the bench now.
Okay.
We got the starting lineup is projected like this. We have Rose starting point guard, Butler, excuse me, Butler's 2 guard. Bobby Portis is your starting center.
Bobby Portis is a beast, man.
I agree. I hope that he's more. Go ahead.
I saw him take on Kentucky, like when Kentucky had like 12 dudes and they all interviewed him.
Yeah.
And he almost beat Kentucky by himself.
Wow. I saw him in preseason, man. He has a lot of energy. Has a lot of ups, can defend a little bit, but they need somebody that can actually score and run. And Noah's not going to be starting. Noah's going to come off the bench, and they got Gasol as the power forward. So let's see how that goes. They don't guard anybody. It's really defense is not the first priority for this team now, which kind of scares me because being out in the West for as many years as I've been out in the West and in the South and watched the Mavericks and watched Phoenix and watched Western Conference basketball, I've seen what basically not guarding people get you. Like, everybody talks about, not OKC's run, but everybody talks about Golden State's run and how offensively strong they were. But you got to remember, Alvin Gentry was on Tom Thibodeau's, not Alvin Gentry, I can't think of that brother's name, but Tom Thibodeau's main guy was on Golden State staff, basically. And Alvin Gentry was also a good defensive mind in Golden State. Thank you, man. I'm having freezes right now. So you got to remember, like, they had a very good defensive scheme to guard people. So the fact.
You know what? Everybody's wondering if Alvin Gentry moving on to New Orleans. By the way, putting one of the top defensive coaches with the top defensive player, Anthony Davis. That's going to be mind-boggling.
Man, Anthony Davis is a MVP in waiting. Watch. His skill set is, if he can stay healthy, he's going to be a problem. His skill set is going to be very, very good.
Okay. So in the next segment of the show, we're actually going to pick the NBA Finals, pick the champion, and we also going to pick the team that's going to be the biggest bust.
Okay, so you go first.
Okay. Here's who I'm picking in the NBA Finals. I'm picking I'm picking the Cavaliers as much as I hate it out of these.
Okay.
And I'm not, now let me just preface this with a statement.
Okay.
I'm picking out OKC Thunder coming out of the West. Narrowly defeating the Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
And in the end, it's going to be hard for them to stop Kevin Durant. I think the Cavs on a mission. I think he's going for a ring. And I think the Oklahoma City Thunder will beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, my team that's going to be a big bust this year. You ready?
Go ahead.
The Houston Rockets will be a slightly bigger bust than the Clippers.
Okay. That's actually good. My pause is I'm like, okay, because I'm trying to think of how they're going to be a bigger bust. I guess because of the talent level.
Let me explain how.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my whole deal.
Mm-hmm.
James Harden is not a three-quarter. James Harden is not a three-quarter player. He's a fourth quarter. He's like if he had stayed with OKC, and I know a lot of people go proud about what's the trade and all that. What's done is done.
Right.
But James Harden, to me, is like a Mariano Rivera. You know, when he used to pitch for the Yankees, you would know the game was over because he's going to get 6 outs.
Mm-hmm.
This dude, his whole game is set up for 6 outs. He can just heat up and hit like 15 points in a quarter, and you on the bus, you know, going to eat, you know, at the steakhouse to celebrate the win.
Right.
But I think, to be honest, he wilt over an 82-game season. Now, I know a lot of people thought he should have been the MVP.
Yeah.
I don't really think that, and I think, well, let me also preface this with a statement. I'm not a Dwight Howard fan. I think, you know.
He's a bum slayer. He's a bum slayer.
He's a bum player.
He's a bum slayer. Like he'll put up amazing numbers against bums.
Right. Yeah. And then when it comes time for him to play, he's off somewhere, you know, impregnating another young lady.
How many kids he got? 6 now?
I don't know.
6, 7?
He's got like about 10 more than me.
Man, but yeah.
Those are my picks for biggest bust. And I'm also going to give you guys a bonus pick.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest surprise team will be the Milwaukee Bucks.
You took my surprise, bro.
I'm sorry.
No, you good. It's all good. I love Milwaukee, dude. Like the Bucks are gonna be a problem.
Because they all long and they got a good coach, and he's gonna let them just play.
And they can defend, and Jabari Parker's back, and Michael Carter Williams is going to be the point guard now, and like is going to actually be a point guard, and you actually have a scorer in Jabari Parker. Like before, you just had a bunch of long brothers recreating, you know what I'm saying, dunking on everybody, and now you actually have a scorer now.
Depot, how you say his name? That guy is still growing, and he's like 7'1".
Exactly. So you got a bunch of long running, you know, forwards and tall people, and you got a scorer now. If Jabari Parker is healthy, they're going to be a problem. They gave Chicago fits, even though they lost in 6. They gave Chicago a run for their money last year. So that's my dark horse. That's my dark horse for the season. Milwaukee's going to be a problem. I'm going to give a little bonus one because me and you have the same dark horse pick. Look out for Boston. Boston showed me something last year.
Okay.
So look out for Boston. Who I have the biggest bust, and this is going to be kind of weird because, one, they're going to make the playoffs, and two, because of how the East is, they might still make the conference finals, but the Bulls might end up being a bust because I just don't see them defending well. And I think that there are teams that are going to be way better than them defensively. And if this doesn't work, then they're probably going to be exits in the first round. They have I'm telling you, they have a danger of being really, really fun to watch, but you get knocked out in the first round of the playoffs.
I thought you were going to say the Washington Wizards, man.
Nah. I don't expect Washington Wizards to do anything. I'm expecting the Bulls to do something, but I've seen that open air style basketball for years, dude, and it doesn't produce titles. It doesn't. And people forget, like I said, hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Like I said, we've all seen Golden State, but we all forget how defensively sound Golden State was. And I
was going over, this was like last week. I went over some replays of some Golden State games.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, their offensive style becomes a defensive weapon because you're not used to going up and down. You're not used to the playmaking situations that they set up.
Right.
And if you're not built to like play that style, I think Cleveland is going to even have problems with Golden State again.
Yeah. Cleveland, I like because Cleveland's is my pick to come out the East. I honestly think Milwaukee's going to be a problem. Like, I think Atlanta, if they can have a score, Atlanta's going to be something, but I don't know how Atlanta's going to do. And Chicago is, I can pick them to be in the finals, but I can also, I wouldn't be surprised if they get punched in the mouth the first or second round. So I don't really know who's going to face Cleveland in the Eastern Conference because after Cleveland, Chicago's a question mark to me, and everybody else is a question mark to me too because I just don't know who's going to. It's Cleveland, and then everybody else is like question marks. Whereas the West, I can tell you that basically it's going to be Golden State, and it's going to be OKC in the West. And whoever comes out of the West is going to end up winning the championship. And I think I don't know if Golden State's going to do it again. I don't think they're going to do it again. I think it's going to be OKC. And I think it's going to be OKC in Cleveland and then OKC, if healthy, in 6.
Wow. Well.
And the biggest bust is the Clippers.
Okay.
The biggest bust is the Clippers. Because I just don't think, unless they hire Tom Thibodeau as a defensive consultant, I don't think the Clippers are real.
And I honestly don't like Chris Paul because I think he's a McFatty.
That's the only person I do actually like on that team, Chris Paul, because he's consistent. DeAndre Jordan is DeAndre Jordan. Blake Griffin needs to figure out a move, which he doesn't have. And then you got a bunch of guys in like.
Hey, but I watched him in preseason. He's got a jump shot now, brother.
Can he use it though? You can develop that in preseason with a bunch of bums, but.
Using it in preseason, I'm going to tell you that.
Okay. Use it when I need to see it in action in the playoffs.
And wait, let me say this to all the people out there. I am a long-time League Pass subscriber. The first week of the season, they always have a free preview.
And I would definitely be using
whatever cable system you have.
I would definitely be checking that out. Did I get what? Did I name my surprise already? I named my surprise already.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. I also would say, even though I don't know if they'll be in the Western Conference Finals, the Spurs, I really like what the Spurs ended up doing. I don't know if what that's going to translate into anything.
I didn't even want to discuss them because, but you know, when
No, wait. You can't just sigh and then just move on. Like, what does that mean?
Well, okay, let me explain why. When healthy, OKC gives them problems.
I agree. That's why I didn't pick them to win anything.
Okay, now and let me just preface this with a statement. I am a diehard Thunder fan. So, I've seen
More than he's stating, ladies and gentlemen.
What now?
More than he's stating. He's understating this.
I'm understating it, yeah. So, okay, when the Thunder are not right, I've seen San Antonio just demolish them. So, I didn't even want to give that credence. And the good thing is we'll be able to see a good measuring stick 2 days into the season. So Wednesday night you'll be able to see the Thunder go up against the Spurs. And to be honest, me being a longtime Thunder fan, all the way back to Seattle, if you get my drift and meaning.
Yes.
The Thunder have to set the tone with the Spurs starting Wednesday night.
Okay.
And it has to be like, hey, you guys this is how it's going to be all season, and if we meet you in the playoffs, this is how you're going to get it. You're going to get it hot, fresh out there.
Okay. So
I'm going to be real excited, and I don't know whether we're going to do one of these after that, but you'll be able to tell a lot about how things are going after Wednesday night.
Well, we're definitely going to do one tomorrow for opening day today. We're going to watch the games today, and then we're going to do one tomorrow afternoon, and it'll be posted up tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening, depending on my schedule. And then
another thing is, too, I think Phil Jackson will be chased. He will be excommunicated from New York like they did Drago on Ghostbusters.
You know what? I would agree with you if I didn't think James Dolan was a complete and total clown.
Right. He is a complete and total clown. But I think what is going to happen is, they'll probably put something in his food, and he'll probably start throwing up, and he'll have to go back to Montana.
So you're saying, back to what you were saying. So you're saying, like they did Jordan in Utah 10 years ago, how they poisoned his food, and he still went out and busted at 40.
Well, I'm just saying, something's going to happen to where he leaves New York.
I mean, he really shouldn't have been he's not a GM. He's a coach.
Yeah.
And to be quite honest, Derek Fisher is really, and I understand why they couldn't do this. They wanted Steve Kerr. He wanted Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr was about to take the job, and then Golden State came, and then where would you rather live, California or New York?
Nah, let me tell you what would make me take the job.
In New York?
No. What would make me take the job over Golden State over New York? To be honest, you say Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
It's a better roster. I agree.
Yeah.
I like Carmelo Anthony, but I don't want
he's another fatty McFatterson.
He's a gunner that really doesn't do anything else. He's a gunner. And I've seen enough. He's also a bum slayer. He's a bum slayer. He'll put up. I mean, he's consistent. He'll put up his 20 points, but he's injury prone. He'll put up 40 on a random night in the Garden. But I'm good, man. He's a black hole when he gets the ball. So I'm good. I know that Chicago wanted to get him really, really bad a couple seasons ago, but I'm good. I don't really need to. And I hear on Bulls.com or Bulls.net that they every once in a while that they're interested in getting Carmelo Anthony. Okay. Good luck with that. I don't really need to. I like the core that we have now. I don't really need to see Carmelo Anthony. Jimmy Butler's figured out an offensive game. And we got Doug.
Jimmy Butler is gonna be he's gonna get better, bro.
Yeah, I don't think we need an aging Carmelo Anthony to own the squad. I don't, and I'm tired of seeing the articles about it. But yeah, Phil Jackson, he couldn't get he wanted Steve Kerr. His bet to me, his second because he just happened to get what's Derek Fisher. The person that knows his system the best is Brian Shaw, but Brian Shaw was the coach of the Nuggets at the time, so you couldn't really do that. But he's not a GM. He's a coach.
Yeah.
And the idea that he was going to make a good GM is there's not a lot of guys that can do that. Oh, speaking of guys that did double duty, rest in peace, Flip Saunders. Cancer sucks.
Yeah, man, that sucks royal, man. And I really had high hopes for those guys this year. I didn't know where they were going to end up, but I was like, man, they'll be fun to watch. And, you're basically seeing Wiggins come together. By the way, man, I watched the highlight film of that dude. That dude could actually probably dunk a 13-foot goal.
Wiggins?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it must be nice to be in your 20s and get paid to dunk basketball.
Yeah. But I think he's going to blossom and Minnesota's going to have a good year. But you never know how teams internalize, death in the family,
I think Sam Mitchell, because he's the interim coach now. So it was a matter of time. I kind of feel bad that Sam Mitchell is the coach now under these circumstances. But everybody knows that system. I was sad for Flip too, just like you said. Those guys are everybody's growing. You got Towns in there. You got Towns in there who's a running center. Rubio is starting to figure it out finally.
Because he's a center with footwork.
Yeah.
Rubio's role is going to be diminished because I'm going to be honest, man. Ricky Rubio was a parlor trick,
Yeah. I mean, he works in that system because all you got to do is run and throw lobs up in the air. That's it. You don't really have to do anything. I think what got him was they didn't pay attention to the fact that he can't score yet or at all. So
now, in the late 5 years, at some point he would develop a jumper.
Yeah. Some point, one of the greatest point guards ever never really developed the jumper until really the end. And he has won championship and he has a lot of finals appearances. But, it all depends on what you're willing to do or what system you're in. And I think that system that he's in now with a bunch of basically young guys that he can run around and jump with, he doesn't really have to score. So I don't think they're going to, because the West is too good. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but I do think they're going to scare some people, and I think they're going to be close.
Yeah.
I think they're going to end up being like 10th. They're going to be in that Phoenix, what was last year? Phoenix, Dallas, Sacramento type of teams where you don't want to play them on the night of the schedule, but the West is too good to really for them to really break through.
Yeah. I mean, I totally agree with you, man, and I think that there's so many teams that if they would. But what do you think about this new rule that's just gonna take the top 8 records?
In each conference?
Yeah.
Better. Division titles don't matter. That better. Because that gives teams that earn home court advantage because what you were seeing division leaders with like crappier records get home court advantage, and that really is not fair.
Yeah, it's really not. It's really not fair. Yeah, so we're gonna see, the teams that actually deserve home court advantage get it.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, I'm excited for the season. This is our preview. I don't know how many of the recaps that we're gonna do, but
I'm so excited and I don't know what to do. I'm sitting up here trying to figure, like, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna play NBA 2K just to get me in the mood,
I have to go because I'm running with the old school Xbox, so I have to play. What is it? NBA Inside or I don't.
Xbox, PlayStation, can you please encrypt a new system?
Hey man, I'm at I'm doing the retro joint, man. I'm doing retro gaming right now. Don't.
Hey, John, you are not retro. You are cheap.
No, I'm retro. That's hey.
Ladies, the only thing he's not cheap with is the leather.
See, come on, man. I'm trying to. Come on, man. What are you doing to me, dude? Like we're
I kept it clean.
trying to keep this sports centric, man. You're bringing up other stuff.
But PlayStation, Xbox, send them a Wii, and we'll make it happen from there.
Wow. You soliciting? Well, we do need a sponsor, but nah, man. I'm doing the retro, man, until a better day comes. It's all good. Like I'll get to where you are. You got PS3 or you reached PS4 yet?
PS4.
Yeah, I'll get to where you are at some point.
And I'm just like, man, I want to play one game, but okay, man, I want to play one game that's actually happen tonight. See what I can do with it, man. I just love basketball.
Yeah, and you're the only person that I can talk to. Well, I ain't going to say that. Like, there's some other people that I can talk to, but we have better conversations when it comes to football. So, you'll be like my basketball, like, I don't want to say expert, but you'll be my basketball partner when it comes to this.
So one thing that's Cowboy related.
Go ahead.
Okay. Nobody can trip out over Greg Hardy.
They weren't tripping out over Greg Hardy, from my opinion. He's not getting suspended or nothing.
No, listen. Let me tell you why you can't trip out. This is what you get when you involve a person that is emotionally and spiritually malnourished.
He says spiritually malnourished. Okay.
You can tell he don't believe in God, bro.
Well, I ain't gonna throw him under the bus like that, but brother could.
Throw him up under the bus, and if I see him out in traffic, I'll be like, look, you are a moron. If I could tell you what I found out, what I've been hearing around in certain circles, saying?
Well, do you want to divulge that on here, or do I need to stop the recording and you tell me now?
We'll talk about that later, but we won't talk about it on record yet. But
Okay. Until we start getting, like, I'll put it to you like this: until we start getting press credentials, like to go certain places, or until we get hired by a company to do, press for sports, yeah, let's not go that way.
yeah, Jerry Jones thinks he can save anybody.
No, it ain't even that. Jerry Jones wants to win, and instead of, I get what he was trying to do: build your line, build your lineup, build your D line. But you need a backup quarterback because you got Peanut Brittle playing quarterback right now. As good as Tony Romo is, if you touch him wrong, he gets hurt. So you need to invest in a backup quarterback for real instead of getting baseball players and instead of getting old, rookie quarterbacks, or you hope that Matt Castle figures it out on your team and you throw him out there after learning the offense for 3 days and he throws 3 picks.
Yeah.
That was, I'm not even a Cowboy fan. I'm a diehard Bears fan, but my fantasy team has Beasley and the defense of the Cowboys. It doesn't matter what your defense is like if you can't score. And the fact that he's throwing to Cromartie twice and he's just throwing ducks in the air, it's like, come on, man. Like, you might as well could have kept Whedon in there if that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I understand, and I know this was only supposed to be a basketball thing, but now it's full-fledged conversation about sports in general. Like, there are things that Whedon can do. There are things that Castle can do that Whedon can't do. There are throws that Castle can make that Whedon can't. I get that. But there's a reason why Castle's a journeyman. And there's a reason why he can't stay with a team. So the fact that you got that brother and you only gave him like a week, you gave him basically the bye week to learn your system. Like, and then you throw him out there and then it's like, oh, okay, we're gonna you're the future now, or you're the savior of the season. It's like, come on, man. Like, you tear down your McFadden's having a renaissance year, man. Like, he's having a resurgence.
Yeah.
Like, you just signed Christensen.
Wait a minute. I just got to say this. This has been a preview of the new podcast starring Christian Dean called It's Real and It's Right. He just gave you a lot of real and he gave you a lot of right.
I'm just saying, what they
produced by me, and I probably won't be on that one, but we'll have some real and right stuff on that one.
Well, you're gonna hear a lot of real and right on this channel. Like, there's gonna be whatever this turns into. Ultimately, you're gonna hear a lot of, because what they did was dumb. Like, scale down your offense. Put Whedon in there.
Another thing about Jerry Jones, he thinks everybody's life dream is to be a cowboy. Don't nobody give a fuck about the Cowboys.
Dude, you're supposed to be clean, man. You just swore, man.
Oh, sorry. Can you edit that out?
Nah, I'm not going to edit it out. I'm just, because I got you on speaker, man, so I'm trying not to,
Sorry, I forgot. I'm sorry. Well,
there's some things that I got to edit out anyway, because there's...
My apologies. I actually just because he really puts it in like, oh, this is cowboy now, and he'll do the cowboy way. And Greg Hardy is a moron.
All right. Mom just left for the day. Or left for the afternoon.
My apologies. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, no, you good.
But let's end this one.
Yeah, it's been a good 40 minutes, man.
Hey, this has been PWB, the sports edition, with a little extra.
All right, man. I thank you for.
Look out for that Push 101. We'll be back at you soon. And Christian, that Pushing While Black is blowing up, man. I heard we got all of 10,000 views going on.
Don't.
Look at it on the YouTube channel. Google it.
Don't.
Just know the man Christian did. He's a little shy, but he's that dude.
Anthony's my biggest benefactor, man. But the brother's a genius. I'm trying to get him more. I'm trying to get him more exposure. And look at him. It's all good though.
ladies, this is not. Well, actually, this is a sport issue. He's single.
Good.
And he's not injury prone.
Good. You're so wow. All right, man. On that note, let's close it out. Pushing While Black out. I thank Anthony Joslin for joining me. You will probably hear us again in a couple days because we gotta talk about tonight. So you'll probably hear us again tomorrow. But yeah, this is the preview, the NBA preview, and we'll go from there.
Remember that League Pass is on free preview all week.
All right, I would definitely be taking up on it. So, all right.
It's back. You dude. Basketball. I'm gonna go try to dunk on somebody right now. I'm gonna go try to dunk on this Thompson that stays across the way. I'm gonna give it to him.
All right, man. I'll get at you later, bro.
All right. Thank you, everybody. I enjoyed myself. Have a good day.
All right, bro. Pushing While Black out, people. Later.